Before the big cities, before the songs, there's the ocean. The Atlantic Ocean shows up first, not with a sudden crash, but with a special kind of light. It's a slow, movie-like glow that spreads over Europe's western edge. A light that feels old and patient, like it's been shining for thousands of years. The sea touches the land with a long, drawn-out sound, a sound both powerful and soft at the same time. This is where the huge, wild water meets strong people, their stories, their old buildings. Portugal looks to the endless blue horizon. Morning fog hangs like a soft gray curtain. Then the light breaks through, making the waves sparkle like diamonds. Here, salt hangs in the air, and the world feels vast. Lisbon wakes up slowly, rising from the banks of the Tagus with a gentle grace. The city is built on 7 hills. Its streets climb like stone stairs, inviting slow exploration. Morning light fills the streets. The city's character shows in its surfaces. Houses are covered in azulejos, bright blues, yellows, and whites. Stone storybooks, history, geometry, flowers. Buildings shimmer, as if the river climbed into the walls. The rhythmic rattle of the yellow tram 28. Metal wheels creaking on the rails. Riding feels like going back in time, through impossibly narrow alleys. An old woman watering plants, children with a ball, friends over tiny coffees. Alfama is a maze, laundry sways like prayer flags. By sunset the city is dipped in honey, a peaceful sadness. Boats move slowly, adding to the calm rhythm. History carried as quiet pride. Never a museum, always alive. As evening falls over Lisbon, the golden light fades from tiled facades and warmth glows from Alfama taverns. This is the time for fado. The word itself means fate, and the music is Portugal's soul you can hear. The clatter of dinner quiets. Silence falls. A single spotlight, no distance between artist and audience. First notes, sharp and sad, like shiny tears. Together they weave a delicate, complex web. The voice carries saudade, loss and longing. Lost sailors, lovers split by the ocean, a past that can't return. Even without the words, you understand the feeling. Sad, never hopeless. Sorrows recognized and lightened. This sound has filled Lisbon's alleys for 200 years. Fado is the city's nighttime heartbeat, balancing bright days. Music between sadness and acceptance, memory and quiet strength. The last note fades, and you step into the cool, star-filled night. Traveling north, morning fog reveals Porto tumbling to the Douro. Here the palette is stronger, earthier, yellows, rust, deep red. Homes stack and tumble toward the riverbank. The city is stitched by iron bridges, most famously, the Dom Luís XI. The Douro is a lifeline, a constant moving presence. Across in Gaia, famed port wine cellars nestle below the hills. Cool, dark warehouses hold time. Damp earth, old wood, fermenting grapes. Barrels rise in the half-light. Deep ruby, or golden brown. Sharing a glass here connects you to history. The Ribeira is a lively maze. Narrow alleys, squares, cafes. Traditional Rabelos rest, sails folded like sleeping birds. By dusk, Porto turns into a romantic painting. Small tables, warm talk, shared meals. A tough, hard-working heart, sharing its warmth freely. Porto tells its story in the language of worn stones and wine. To the south, the world opens into a dramatic stretch of sun and sea. A breathtaking dialogue between land and water, huge limestone carved by wind and waves. Gold, orange, deep red, standing guard against Atlantico blue. The light here is clearer, sharper, more intense. Air scented with salt and stubborn wild herbs. The coast is a treasure map, hidden coves and sweeping beaches. Some reached only by boat, through narrow tunnels, rewarding curiosity with quiet wonder. Golden sand, water from turquoise to deep sapphire. Hands weathered by sun and sea, mend bright nets. White-painted towns, simple, bright against raw drama. This coast invites a dance with the ocean. Facing the full Atlantic, the sea feels wilder. For a moment, human grace merges with immense energy. Some mornings fog softens all edges, then light reveals it anew. Wind clears, salt seasons, and the vast view teaches perspective. Away from grand cliffs, the heart of Portugal beats in small fishing towns. Life moves at a slower, tide-driven pace. In Nazaré, in Ericeira. Before dawn, boats head out in bright colors. Returns become daily rites. Heavy with sardines, heavy with sea bass. Fish drawn onto sand, Market or grill awaits. Markets burst with color and sound. Fresh produce, local cheese, crusty bread, children run, old men mend and talk in gentle murmurs. Salt, olive oil, lemon drifting in the air. Simple food, family, and place. Tiles appear in quiet corners, on homes, chapels, fountains. Stories of saints, seas, and flowers in glaze. Worn steps rise to churches. Bells ring down to the sea. Feast days, handed-down recipes, hospitality at the table. Honest food, shared wine, the quiet heart that anchors a nation. Portugal exists in a delicate, beautiful balance between sadness and joy. Both are needed for a full life. You hear it in a fado that ends in acceptance. You see it in the golden light, sweet sadness of day's end. People holding both feelings with quiet grace. You leave with small sensory memories, not a list of sights, but a collection of feelings. The taste of a warm custard tart, the haunting tune of a guitarra, sunlight glinting off a yellow tram on a steep hill, the faint, pleasant sting of salt on your skin. These memories stay, becoming part of your story. To capture Portugal needs a gentle touch, movie-like warmth, soft colors, faces in a pleasing glow. Scenes move with the slowness of a deep breath. Show the face, then the sea. Show the focus, then the freedom. Ultimately, Portugal is a conversation between sea and soul, a long, slow friend of Atlantic light and wind, answered by music, colors, and quiet strength. Slow down. Listen. Feel. Here, at the continent's edge, you find peace as deep and timeless as the sea.